Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Breaking news coming out of the Middle East. Saudi Arabia welcomes Venezuelan leader Maduro, reaching out to yet another U.S. foe. So guys, this is what's happening in Saudi Arabia. They have welcomed the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro, on an official visit, reaching out to yet another U.S. foe as the oil-rich kingdom engages in a flurry of diplomacy. So Maduro arrived late Sunday. He was greeted by some government officials. However, they did not give a reason for the visit or elaborate on his schedule, but Saudi Arabia is hosting an international conference on combating extremism later this week in the capital of Riyadh. The gathering will be co-chaired by U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. Interesting to say the least that we have the Venezuelan president of all people visiting Saudi Arabia. Now, to get into this a little further, I happen to see this tweet by Gold Telegraph. The Venezuelan president has arrived in Saudi Arabia for an official visit. Venezuela has one of the largest amount of oil reserves, and Saudi Arabia is number 2. Both are looking to join the BRICS nations. The stage is being set. So, I mean, I think one could assume that, this has to do with oil. Probably, collaboration maybe, and again, 2 countries that are looking to join the BRICS nations. All to this point of de-dollarization, destabilizing the USD, even if they're not spelling it out. Specifically, the article states that these 2 countries are meeting, reaching out to yet another U.S. foe. Nowhere here in this article are they stating anything about de-dollarization or any of that. However, I think they're also putting 2 and 2 together here. Oil-rich Venezuela meets oil-rich Saudi Arabia. Things that make you go, Something definitely that we should be keeping our eyes on. So I wanted to thank Ian Binns and Dodler for XRP. They both sent me this tweet today. Also wanted to tell you guys about this. Okay, TrueLayer has launched a new partner program for Stripe and others to offer open banking payments. So they're going to be expanding their reach of account-to-account payments beyond just open banking providers. TrueLayer is opening up their suite of APIs to other payment providers in the industry, letting the likes of Stripe and Airwallex, which is a Ripple partner, in turn offer open banking payments to their customers. The initiative is TrueLayer's payment platform program and means third parties can now in turn offer instant payments, payouts, and open banking data across some 20 European markets. And guys, here is a quote. Our goal is to make it as convenient as possible for both merchants and consumers to access our payment network. This coming from TrueLayer CEO and co-founder. Today's announcement means that TrueLayer's product and services will be available via a selection in best-of-class payment platforms servicing different verticals and business needs. It means anyone can benefit from safer, smarter, and faster payments. So guys, this is interesting, and the reason I find this interesting is because it's not just Airwallex, which is a Ripple partner. Thunes, which is also a Ripple partner, is integrated into this as well. But ultimately building out that infrastructure for open banking platforms, making it easier for their customers to be able to transact in open banking. 2 Ripple partners are involved with this, and also Stripe, a company that is usually talked about in the same capacity as Ripple. The announcement is also an acceptance that TrueLayer can't single-handedly reach the entire payments market, at least not without a little help. So it does make sense that these guys are going after partners that already have that infrastructure, namely Airwallex, Thunes, 2 Ripple partners, but looking to expand the industry even further. So great news there. Wanted to keep moving. Matthew Liny bringing this up. Flutterwave, a Ripple partner, selects Token.io for UK and EU A2A payments. The partnership will power pay-by-bank transfer capabilities for the Flutterwave platform. By working with Token.io, Flutterwave can give its African e-commerce merchants enhanced access to UK and EU customers. This will advance their mission in connecting Africa to the global economy. So another Ripple partner here looking to expand. A2A payments, often called pay-by-bank, are a fast and secure way to move money between bank accounts. Open banking powered A2A payments do not require registration or error-prone data entry, making them a seamless payment method. End users authenticate A2A payments directly with their bank for a frictionless experience, delivering high success rates and market standards. And so here's what the CEO of Flutterwave said in a statement. Our partnership with Token.io will make it even faster and easier for individuals and businesses to pay and receive with money. By partnering with Token.io to provide account-to-account payments to our customers, Flutterwave will advance its mission to connect Africa to the global economy. So another opportunity here, connecting Africa to the globalized economy. We're confident that Token.io's infrastructure will help Flutterwave offer its customers a more comprehensive payment solution, with A2A payments being a key part of this UK, European, Middle Eastern, and African corridors. This partnership underscores our commitment to enable payment providers to grow. Open banking-powered A2A payments are projected to exceed $6.5 billion in annual global volume by the year 2027. So only 4 years away. And, open banking is just taking off. Companies running on blockchain technology, DLT technology, are at the forefront of this. And so, these guys are paving the way, building the rails in order for this to be part of the financial fabric, for this to be a reality in the coming years. So some great news here coming from Matthew Lany. Flutterwave, a Ripple partner, part of this. We've also got Ripple partner ACI Worldwide completing their certification for FedNow. Now, FedNow already runs on Valente Technologies, which is a Ripple-enabled company, but ACI Worldwide is also Ripple-enabled, so maybe we will eventually get some XRP utility here after all. Maybe, down the road. Domestic payments don't usually need, XRP to provide liquidity. However, this is still very interesting. So ACI Worldwide, a real-time payment solution, announced that it is among the first in the payment industry to complete testing and certification for the new FedNow service, which is releasing next month, guys, the Federal Reserve's new instant payment offering. Our early certification is a testament to our years of investment in our platform and real-time payment solutions globally. We look forward to working closely with Corporate One and future partners to process real-time payments through FedNow and the ACI Real-Time Payment Cloud solution. This coming from Craig Ramsey, Global Head of Real-Time Payments, ACI Worldwide. We have engaged closely with the U.S. Federal Reserve in the development of FedNow since the service's inception, and we are honored that the Federal Reserve has designated ACI Worldwide as a FedNow instant payment pioneer. And I think we are going to see a lot more of this. These Ripple-enabled companies looking to integrate, looking to get that certification with FedNow. So we're seeing Ripple involvement coming from many different avenues here with regards to FedNow. Even though FedNow has said we are not utilizing XRP today, let's not forget this is for domestic payments. And even Brad Garlinghouse has said, XRP is not really optimal for domestic payments. It's more geared towards cross-border payments because you need to source that liquidity from one type of fiat to another. So despite that, we are in fact seeing these Ripple-enabled companies, which are bigger payment companies, so it does make sense, work to get their license and to be able to run in conjunction with the FedNow service. So some great news there. Wanted to thank Mr. Mann for posting that. And guys, FedNow is geared up and ready to roll. This just happened during an interview with Finastra. It was an interview from a few months ago. What a representative from FedNow says is that they are ready to flip the switch. Now, I got to remind you, Finastra is also a Ripple partner. Listen to this.
On to our next topic, and this is really ties into some of the questions that have come our way. Basically, Stephen, I'll say right off the bat, this is for you. Can we discuss timeline requirements, onboarding process to launch FedNow service?
Yeah, so we have an active pilot program with 120 organizations to basically help us build out the FedNow system. That's been active for a couple years. And we hope, and we are actively recruiting what we're calling early adopters right now. And what does that mean? We're hoping we can get a good couple hundred customers that are in the position to both real-time post and connect. So when we turn on our testing system, which is late this year or first quarter of 23, they will be able to test our system. So when we flip the switch, and let's assume it is middle of 23, we will have several hundred customers on the system moving transactions. Okay. We do not have a formal schedule yet, but those are the rough timeframes of when we hope FedNow will be live. And go back a slide, Mihail. There's
Sure.
also choice as far as how you want to participate in FedNow, receive only, do both send and receive.
So FedNow all geared up and ready to go, as you guys heard from that interview with Ripple partner Finastra. What are they ready to do?
So when we flip the switch, and let's assume it is middle of 23,
when they flip the switch, and that is assuming that is the middle of 2023, which we do now have a confirmed date. That is July the 1st. Again, guys, this is FedNow, run by the Federal Reserve, partnered with Ripple Partners, Valente Tech. We've got ACI Worldwide also getting their certification for a FedNow service. And this was their interview with Finastra, another Ripple partner. Seems like somebody behind the scenes has been talking with them. So what will that flip the switch moment entail? Well, a lot is going to be dependent on what we get from the SEC Ripple ruling. This one from Michael Branch here. The US SEC has mysteriously removed former Commissioner William Hinman's biography from its website. Can you even believe it? The U.S. Security and Exchange Commission has mysteriously removed former Commissioner William Hinman's biography from its website. This occurred only 8 days before the court requires the SEC to provide unredacted copies of all of Hinman's emails. Very, very coincidental, or probably trying to run damage control over there at the SEC. This originally was discovered by Mr. Hubert here on Twitter, so I just brought up the tweet. The SEC has now removed Bill Hinman's biography from its website. And guys, guess when they removed it? Okay, so this is the website as is today. You guys can see down here there is no Hinman biography. And as of February 2023 only, so only a few months ago, the biography was still up here on the website. Something smells a little fishy, I think, as far as I'm concerned. The fact that they're even trying to hide this is, I mean, the optics are just terrible. Could these guys be running a sketchier operation? I think not. So yeah, I mean, it is a little unusual that all of a sudden the biography is now missing. I mean, they're trying to, again, like I say, mitigate any kind of damage that could possibly be the fallout from the Hinman documents. The month after Hinman's departure was the same month that the SEC filed its lawsuit against Ripple. As we know, the Hinman speech was delivered in 2018. I guess I don't have to go over those details with you. But the fact is, they did finally decide that, we can't have Hinman's biography on this site. And so, it was up there as early as earlier this year. And now that we're waiting for that June 13th date, I guess they thought it would be prudent to remove that. Now, we know Choke Point 2.0 is a big issue right now. The SEC wants to remove on-ramps, off-ramps for retail traders. Just yesterday, we got news that the SEC was suing Binance, and I did a full video on that this morning, guys. I'll link that up here if you didn't catch that. But you know what's really interesting? Ripple has already positioned themselves to be on the winning side of this, even though we are in this XRP lawsuit, okay? Let's just forget about that for a second. Let's assume it's all a show, it's all theater. Get this, okay? That's very interesting indeed. This coming from Anders on Twitter. For those unaware, Ripple just purchased Metaco, and this slide was from an old presentation. I did a video on this years ago. I want to say years ago, maybe it was only 1 or 2 years ago. But here's what I found interesting. Okay, so a big shift in motion. This was a presentation given to people, letting the big players know that crypto is going to move in waves. First, the first wave, shadow crypto finance, which is what we have been finding ourselves in today. Companies like MetaMask, Chainlink, Bitstamp, Block, Grayscale, Kraken, BlockFi, Gemini, Galaxy Digital, Crypto.com, Coinbase. Now, we don't see Binance in this chart, but I think we could throw Binance in there too. Okay, these are the independent players. This is what really built crypto. Then we have Gary Gensler taking the helm at the SEC, cracking down on all cryptocurrencies, cracking down on the exchanges now, more importantly. And then we get into wave 2. And guys, I think this couldn't be a better indicator of where they want crypto to move. So wave 2, banks and regulated financial institutions. We've got Standard Chartered, a Ripple partner, by the way. Citibank, a Ripple partner, by the way. BNP Paribas, a Ripple partner, by the way. BNY Mellon, a Ripple partner, by the way. HSBC, a Ripple partner, by the way. I think you get my point. These guys want cryptocurrency to be regulated within these organizations. So basically, the big banks and regulated FIs are what's going to set the stage for crypto custody moving forward. Now, again, talking about this a few years ago, we didn't have the context that we do today. If you look down here, and I don't know if you guys can see that, 2022 Metaco SA, this presentation was brought to us by none other than Metaco. Yes, that Metaco, the same company that Ripple just acquired back in mid-May. Ripple acquires Metaco, crypto custody startup Metaco, for $250 million. And note this, guys, they are a crypto custody startup. Ripple just purchased these guys. the same company that put on this presentation. This was a slide delivering us the goods a couple of years ago, understanding where the crypto market is going, moving away from the crypto finance, shadow crypto finance, as they put it, to the regulated entities. We know Ripple has been completely transparent with their business, purchased Metaco just recently. So could this be a bigger indication that the Metaco and Ripple partnership could explode to something even bigger, maybe in line with what we are going to see with banks and regulated financial institutions that are going to be dealing with crypto custody in the coming years? So that Binance news, guys, yeah, it's got the market down a little bit, but I don't think this is the end of crypto. And for only $5, I'm going to let you guys know again, you can join me on my Patreon. I'm going to be listing my picks. I'm going to be letting you guys know on the day that they occur when I make trades. And we're going to see how much profit we can make in this bull run. It is a shaky situation right now. Diversify, diversify, diversify at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.